It's 7 p.m. on a weeknight. You know you have a laundry list of things you could do. Hit the gym, read that book, work on that side hustle. But instead, you sink into the couch, order some junk food, and start streaming yet another episode of a show that you're not even that into. Before you know it, it's past midnight, you're 5 scrolls deep into social media drama, and all those good intentions out the window. Now you're crawling into bed feeling frustrated, lazy, and promising tomorrow will be different. Sound familiar? Yeah, it was my life too. Until I got fed up with wasting my evenings and decided to change for once. And before you roll your eyes thinking this is going to be another guilt trip or a list of impossible routines, relax. I'm not here to tell you to spend your entire evening meditating in a candlelit room or work until you drop. I'm talking real, practical habits that turned my after-work hours from a wasteland into maybe the best part of my day. I've got 9 of them for you, and we're doing this countdown style. Why? Because I'm saving the most life-changing habit for last. Stick around for number 1, because it ties everything together. All right, let's jump in with the work-to-home reset. End your workday for real. You know that move where you stop working, but mentally you're still checking emails or stewing over a meeting? Cut it out. Habit number 9 is a simple work-to-home shutdown ritual. The second you finish work, physically step away. Close your laptop with authority, take a deep breath, and actually say, work is done. This sounds trivial, but it's a psychological trigger that slams the door on your work brain. Research shows that creating a clear boundary between work and personal time reduces stress and prevents burnout. Basically, it frees your evening from your job's chokehold. I started literally changing out of my work clothes as soon as I got home, telling my brain it's me time now. And guess what? My evenings instantly felt 10 times longer and 100% mine. No more phantom work thoughts hijacking my night. Time block your evenings like it matters. Most people let their after-work hours melt into a blob of whatever happens, and that's why they vanish. Habit number 8 is treating 6 p.m. to bedtime with the same respect as 9 to 5. Time block your evenings. It's not nerdy, it's effective. Decide in advance 6:30 to 7 for dinner, 7 to 8 for that online course or hobby, 8 to 8:30 for a walk, 8:30 to 9:30 to wind down. Give every hour a job, even if that job is relax on the couch. Make it intentional. Studies suggest that when you plan out your time, you're far less likely to waste it because you've assigned your mind to a mission. When I started scheduling my weekday evenings, I stopped accidentally scrolling my phone for an hour because oops, it wasn't on the calendar. Instead, I always know what's next. This structure doesn't cage you, it frees you from decision fatigue and the sneaky time thieves that steal your night. Reverse engineer your bedtime. Here's a wild concept. Your evening actually starts at the end. Habit number 7 is reverse scheduling your night. Pick a reasonable bedtime, one that actually lets you sleep 7 to 8 hours. Yeah, that means no more 5-hour sleep zombie mode. Say it's 11 p.m. Now work backward and map your evening around that. If you know you want to unwind for 30 minutes before bed, that's 10:30 for chilling out. Want to read or work on a passion project for an hour? That pushes your start to 9:30. Eat dinner at 7? Great, you carved out a 7 to 9 for everything else. By scheduling backward from when your head hits the pillow, you guarantee the most crucial thing, adequate sleep, while still fitting in the other stuff that matters. This habit killed my just one more episode until midnight syndrome, because I had a plan that respected my need to sleep. Remember, your morning you, the one cursing the alarm, is begging your evening you to be smarter. Reverse engineer it and stick to it. The digital curfew. Put your phone to bed. If you spend your post-dinner hours glued to your phone or laptop, listen up. Those devices are energy vampires quietly sucking away your focus and sleep quality. Habit 6 is setting a digital curfew. Pick a cutoff time, say 9 p.m. or at least 1 hour before bed, when your phone goes off. Not on vibrate, not on silent, off. Laptop closed, TV on standby. Your devices need a bedtime before you do. Why? Because the blue light from screens is basically telling your brain, stay awake, it's daytime, blocking the melatonin you desperately need for quality sleep. Fun fact, researchers found blue light in the evening can shift your body's internal clock by hours. Not to mention every ping and endless scroll is jacking up your anxiety, not helping you unwind. When I started literally saying good night to my phone and shoving it in a drawer at 9, my nights stopped evaporating into social media and weird YouTube rabbit holes. There's a lot of them. I suddenly had time to actually do things that leave me feeling refreshed. The first few nights, not really, like the first couple of weeks, it was really hard. Like I felt really twitchy without my feeds. But then came the calm. The focus, the freedom. Enforce a digital curfew and reclaim that stolen time. Move your body. Break a sweat to break the slump. You claim you're too tired after work to exercise. It's actually backwards. You're too tired because you never move. Habit 5 that transformed my evenings is making sure I move my body, even for just 20 minutes. Go for a brisk walk, hit the gym, do some yoga, whatever gets your blood pumping. Science is brutally clear on this. Exercise is not optional if you want energy and sanity. A quick workout boosts your endorphins, those feel-good chemicals, and dumps out the stress of the workday. One study even found that people who exercised after work reported feeling more relaxed in the evening and slept better at night. I found that on days I skip exercise, I'm more restless and irritable come 10 p.m. And I end up mindlessly snacking or binging shows anyway. On days I do it, I'm alive, alert, and actually proud of how I spend my time. Even if it's the last thing you want to do when you flop onto the couch, get up and move for just a few minutes. The couch will still be there when you get back, but you might not even want it anymore because you'll have real energy. The 1 hour passion project. Instead of blowing your evening on Netflix or scrolling Reddit, imagine spending it on something that makes you better. Habit 4 is dedicating at least an hour each night to a personal goal or passion project. No, this isn't more work, it's work for you. Always wanted to write a book, learn coding, start a side hustle, even master cooking or baking? Evenings are your golden shot. I started carving out 8 to 9 p.m. as my non-negotiable project hour. At first it was tough because my brain screamed, we're too tired for this. But I pushed through for 1 week. Then 2. Suddenly, it became my favorite part of the day. I was actually excited after work because I had something meaningful waiting for me. Whether it's learning a new skill or building something of your own, that 1 hour of focused progress beats 4 hours of half-awake channel surfing. As a bonus, you'll go to bed feeling accomplished instead of guilty. Remember that business idea or that art hobby you shelved because I have no time? You do have time. An evening is a mini gold mine if you use it. 1 hour a night can change your life, or it can disappear while you watch strangers dance on TikTok. Your call. Phone-free fun. Replace scrolling with real relaxation. Look, relaxation is important, but there's a difference between intentional relaxation and just numbing out. Habit 3 is finding a phone-free fun activity that genuinely relaxes you. Trust me, doom scrolling Twitter or binging random YouTube videos does not relax you. It actually leaves you more stressed and empty in the long term. I realized that the nights I spent watching TV while mindlessly refreshing my socials, I wasn't actually doing anything. I wasn't enjoying anything. So I made a rule. Replace at least 30 minutes of mindless screen time with something enriching. Talking old school enjoyable stuff, reading a gripping novel, playing a musical instrument, painting, journaling, even taking a warm bath while listening to a podcast with the phone out of reach, of course. Fun fact, a 2009 study found that reading for just 6 minutes can reduce stress by 68%. 6 minutes! When's the last time scrolling ever made you feel 68% calmer? Oh wait, never. Exactly. So I started reading every night, sometimes fiction, sometimes self-improvement. It's like a spa for my brain, really. Maybe reading isn't your jam, fine. Try a puzzle, try sketching, anything that engages you, but doesn't involve an endless feed of brain rot. Make it a nightly habit to do something that feeds your soul or calms your mind. You'll break the cycle of relaxing by doing nothing and actually feel recharged. Quality time with actual humans. Crazy idea. What if you spent some evenings not alone with the screen? Habit 2 is making time for real human connection after work. Loneliness and mindless screen addiction often go hand in hand. We're social creatures after all. Even us introverts need some form of connection, whether you want to admit it or not. So schedule it in. A weeknight dinner with your partner, with phones out of sight. A walk with a friend. Playtime with your kids, or even a phone call to your parents. Yes, call your mom. It'll make her day. It'll probably make yours too. I started dedicating at least one weeknight purely to family time. No work, no TV, just being present with my loved ones. And not only did it strengthen those relationships, it also surprisingly made me feel more grounded and happy. Research shows that quality social time boosts your mood and even your health. One famous Harvard study found the biggest factor in long-term happiness is meaningful relationships. So put down the work stress and the TikTok drama for a bit and have a real conversation. Human connection is a habit too. One that reminds you life is more than just emails and Instagram, and when you go to bed after a night of genuine connection, you won't feel like you wasted a single minute of it. Nightly reflection and prep for tomorrow. This is the habit that ties it all together. Every night, take a few minutes for reflection and prep. That means journaling or at least jotting down 2 things. What went well today, and what's the game plan for tomorrow? It's simple, but unbelievably powerful. I started writing down a quick evening report, just a few sentences about what I did. And it made me proud to list even small wins like read 20 pages or went for a run. and then bulleting out the big tasks or goals for the next day. This does two things. First, it makes you reflect on how you spent your evening so you can actually see your progress and not gloss over it. Second, it offloads tomorrow's worries onto paper so your brain doesn't spin on it at 2 a.m. In fact, researchers at Baylor University found that people who wrote down a to-do list before bed fell asleep faster than those who didn't, because they weren't lying awake anxious about forgetting something. When I do my nightly brain dump in preparation, I sleep like a rock. No more 3 a.m. "Oh no, I forgot to send that email" panic. It's on the list, my friend, and it'll get handled tomorrow. Plus, starting the next day with a clear plan supercharges your morning productivity, but that's a story for another time. Point is, a day isn't done until you've learned from it and prepared for the next. Make that a habit and watch your evenings and your life transform. And there you have it. 9 habits that yanked me out of the wasted evenings trap and turned my nights into fuel for a better life. Now, here's the part where you do something about it. Don't just nod along and go back to scrolling. Pick one of these habits and start it tonight. Not tomorrow, not someday when I feel less tired. Tonight. Commit to it for a week and see what happens. I guarantee you'll feel the difference in your mood, your energy, and maybe even your sense of self-respect because you're finally taking charge of your time. Remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. Your evenings won't magically improve by themselves. You have to make it happen. So stop this video, look at the clock, and take back your evening. And hey, if you found this helpful, share it with that friend who's always complaining they have no time. We all know one. Let's turn those wasted evenings into the most empowering part of our day. The choice is yours. Keep wasting hours or start building the life you want, one evening at a time. Now, go make it happen.